friends, welcome back to another tarot-inspired yoga class. I'm so glad you're here. Let's get into it. Today's card is the Knight of Wands. So if you look up a picture of the Knight of Wands, it's basically somebody on a horse, like charging forward. You can tell just by the image on this card that this person means business. They are charging towards something, and they have their blinders on. They know exactly where they're going, and they're just leaping right forward on that horse. So that is our theme today, is leaping forward. This night is all about act first, think later. Now, I know what you're thinking. How on earth can acting without thinking be good advice? I've always said throughout this whole tarot journey that every single card has something important to say and some good advice, and this is no exception. So let me tell you why act first, think later has its place. I know we've been told all of our lives by every authority figure that we need to plan, we need to be prepared, we need to always have a plan in place. And that's true. Planning is really important. Thinking things through is really important. But on the flip side, if you're someone like me who's a super planner, I'm always in my head thinking about my next move and how I need to prepare and writing down all the lists and checking everything off, I spend a lot of my life planning. And sometimes for me, maybe for you as well, the planning part can take so long that it feels like you're never going to get to the acting part, right? Like there's some sort of safety in just staying in the planning stage of something exciting that you're truly excited about and want to do, but it can be really hard to move from the planning onto the acting, because acting is like a huge step. You're actually doing the thing that you want to do, the thing you've been planning for all this time, and it can be really intimidating. So for some of us, myself included, we can spend so much time planning that we never actually attempt the thing that we want to do. And like, that's not what life's about, right? Like, planning is important, but there is a certain time where you need to just dive in head first, take that big leap into that exciting thing, and maybe your plan helped you along the way. Maybe your plan had to be thrown out the window immediately. It can be really scary to have to see if your plan has actually worked. But the advice of this card is it's okay to stumble and fall. It's okay to change the plan. You don't always have to stick with everything you've planned for. Sometimes you need to leap into the unknown and just trust that you will be able to pivot as needed, make changes to the plan, and everything will still turn out great, because at least you threw yourself into something new, something exciting. You had new experiences, and even if you stumble and fall, that's okay. It was an adventure, right? So don't be afraid to take that big leap. If there's something you've been planning and you're kind of a little hesitant to take the next step and start doing it, this is your sign. Go do it. Go out into the world and be adventurous. Take the big leap. So that is our theme for our yoga practice today. We'll be doing a Vinyasa flow, a little bit challenging, maybe taking some big leaps here and there. Maybe not leaps, but more just balancing and big steps. So grab any props you might like to use. I always suggest 2 blocks at the top of your mat, just in case you might want to use them in any balancing poses. I've also brought with me a blanket, because we will be spending some time down on our knees in our flow. So if you've got sensitive knees and the yoga mat's not enough cushion for you, grab a blanket or a towel, anything for an extra cushion, and just place it right in the middle somewhere of your mat. All right, let's get moving. We're going to start in just a gentle seated position, hands on knees or thighs, and we're gonna do a seated cat and cow, just to change things up a bit, taking a leap into something new. So sitting up nice and tall in your seated position, hands on knees or thighs. And we're just gonna draw the chest forward, arch the back, take a deep breath in. And on the exhale, puff out the back body, round the spine, tuck chin towards chest. Inhale, chest forward, open up the shoulders, maybe gaze up towards the ceiling. Exhale, round and puff, chin towards chest. Moving back and forward at your own pace, in your cat and cows with your own breath. Loosening up the spine a bit before we get started. We're gonna have a fun flow today, maybe something a little new. Jumping into the unknown. Maybe make some circles with the chest towards the right. And switch directions, circle the chest towards the left. Loosening up the spine, ready to work. All right, settle back towards neutral and meet me in a tabletop position. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. From here, we're gonna do some bird dogs. So send the left foot back behind you. Press out with the left heel. Super, super activated in the left leg, like you could kick through a wall behind you. So flex through the left foot. Get your balance. Once you feel super balanced here, keep the left hand planted. Maybe draw it in towards the center a little bit. And reach the right arm forward. One long line from the right fingertips all the way down the spine, all the way down to the bottom of the left foot. Inhale, reach the foot and the hand away from each other. On the exhale, bend through the left knee and the right elbow. Draw them in towards each other. Crunch through the belly. Inhale, open it back up, reach away. Exhale, round, knee towards elbow. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Couple more times. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Once more. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Tuck it in. Reach it away. Lower the left toes down. Lower the right hand down. Swivel the right shin towards the right. Lift the left arm up and open the chest out towards the left side. Little supported side plank here. Maybe reach the left arm up and over the left ear. Keeping the shoulders nice and open here. Take a look down at your right knee and your left foot. They should be approximately in line with one another. Same with your right hand. All in one line here. We're going to do the same thing as we did with our bird dog, some crunches, but with the left side. So inhale, reach the left arm up and over. On the exhale, bend through the left elbow. Draw the left knee in towards the elbow. Crunch. Inhale, open it up. Side body stretch. Exhale, draw it in. Crunch. Inhale, open up. Exhale, crunch. Twice more. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch. Beautiful. Reach it out one more time. Lower the left hand down. Oh, yeah, actually, stay in your supported side plank. And we're just gonna bend through the right elbow and pop up, standing on the right knee. Left hand just resting gently on the left thigh. Reach the right arm up and over. Another little side body stretch on the right side. Inhale here. Exhale, maybe bend through the right elbow, open up the chest. Inhale, reach right arm up and over. Cartwheel the hands down, turning back towards the front of the mat. Draw the left knee in, and we'll do all that on the other side. So, starting in tabletop, reset. Beautiful. Send the right foot back behind you. Flex through the right foot. Extend through the entire right leg. Super strong, like you could kick through a wall behind you. Very engaged. Maybe draw that right hand a little bit closer towards center. Get your balance. And reach the left arm forward. One long line of energy from the left fingertips all the way down to the right toes. Inhale, reach away with the foot and the hand. Exhale, bend through the knee and the elbow, draw them in together. Round the back, crunch it in. Inhale, open up. Exhale, round and crunch. Inhale, open. Exhale, round, crunch. Twice more. Inhale, open. Exhale, round, crunch. One more time. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch. Beautiful. Extend out one more time. Lower the left hand down. Lower the right toes down. Swivel the left shin out towards the left. Plant the sole of the right foot. Reach the right arm up. Open the chest out towards the right. Beautiful. Maybe extend that right arm up and over the right ear. Keep the shoulders super open. Nice side body stretch. Inhale, reach the right arm forward. And we're doing those side crunches. Bend through the right elbow, right knee. Draw them together. Inhale, extend. Exhale, draw together, crunch. Exhale, extend. Exhale, round and crunch. Inhale, extend, twice more. Crunch. Inhale, extend. And crunch. And extend. Beautiful. Look down at the left hand, bend the elbow, and pop up to a gate pose, standing on the left knee. Right hand on the right thigh, just gently resting. Inhale, left arm up and over the left ear. Nice little stretch through the left side. Maybe bend through the elbow. Open up shoulders. Inhale, reach up and over towards the right. Cartwheel the hands down. Draw the right knee in. Sit back on the shins, maybe roll through the wrists a little bit. In fact, I think we need to warm up the wrists a little bit more. So, turn towards me. You can sit in a cross-legged position or sit on your shins like I am doing. Also an option, sit on a block, kind of elevate the hips a little bit. Any comfortable position. And just reach the hands out in front of you and flex through the wrists. So draw the backs of the hands towards the tops of your arms. Like you're in a push-up position. Reach the fingers away from each other, make lots of space. And then close up into a fist, super tight fist, thumbs on top. Keep flexing those wrists. Draw the top of the hands towards the top of the arms. Open the hands, reach the fingers out wide, and close. Open and close. These are called stoplights. Might feel good right now, but we're going to speed it up a little bit. Open, close, open, close. We're warming up the wrists. We're warming up the forearms. Go a little faster. Open, close, open, close. Keep reaching out with the hands. Keep flexing through the wrists. Gets a lot harder the faster we go. Go a little faster. Keep going. I'm starting to lose the flexion, but I'm feeling it in those little muscles in my forearms. We're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower, circle through the wrists, maybe massage the forearms. Woo! Lots of work, but we're going to be on our hands today, so we want to make sure our wrists are adequately prepared. Just makes it feel a little nicer. All right, from here, back to tabletop position. Tuck the toes and send the hips up and back to our first downward facing dog of the day. So pedal out through the feet. Maybe sway the hips side to side. Bend and extend through the legs. Any little micro movements that might make you feel a little more stretched out in the hamstrings. Comfortable in your downward facing dog. You can shake the head yes and shake the head no. Stretch out through the neck. Take a few moments here and then settle into your downward facing dog. Feet about hips width distance or wider. Press into all 4 corners of the hands here. Bend through the elbows and wrap them back behind you. So the insides of your elbows are facing forward. Grip the mat with your fingertips. Press that pointer finger mound into the mat. Don't let it lift. And then start to slowly walk forward with the feet, taking your time. Walking to the top of the mat until you reach a standing forward fold. You can keep the hands lowered onto the mat or grab opposite elbows. Bend through the knees as much as you'd like. Think about compressing the torso onto the thighs. Let go of the tension in the neck. Let the head hang long. Let the torso just drape over the legs. Lower the hands to the mat. On the inhale, bend through the knees, sweep the arms up overhead, press the palms together, and hands to heart center, meeting in Tadasana mountain pose at the top of your mats. Okay, I think we are nice and warmed up. We're going to get right into our main flow. We're going to go through it a couple times because it is a little different than maybe I've done before. But we're going to move slowly at first, and then the second time around we'll speed it up a little bit, make it more into the typical vinyasa flow. But make sure there's nothing right in front of you, like my shelves here. We're going to be kicking forward from our Tadasana. So, meeting in Tadasana, feet about hips width distance. Buoyancy in the knees here, lengthen the tailbone down. Draw the crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Inhale, reach both arms up overhead. Lift the right knee up, balancing on the left leg. Get your balance, take your time. We're going to bend through the elbows here, open up the chest. Kick forward with the right foot and lean back. So feel free with this lean, it can be hard to feel your balance. So what helps me is the standing leg bends deeper the more that I lean back. So it doesn't have to be a super deep lean, just something to kind of throw you off. We're taking leaps here. We're doing something different, just like the Knight of Wands would want. So knee in towards chest, kick forward, lean back. Compensate with the balance. Use your hands to help you keep balance. Draw that knee in, stand back up. Send it behind you for warrior 3, this time with a bent knee. So normally we try to extend through that standing leg as much as we can, but play with bending into it a little bit. You can reach back behind you with the arms, hands at heart center. But make sure that right leg is super activated, super strong. Flex through that right foot. Always an option to grab blocks. Place your hands on the blocks for a little extra support. And just bend into that knee. And then straighten it out. Regular warrior 3. Bend into the knee. And straighten. One more time. Bend. And straighten. Reach back. Lean back, landing in a high lunge. Front knee is bent. We're up high on the right toes. If you're feeling a little wobbly here, best advice is to take the time to walk that left foot out, right foot out. Walking more out onto train tracks kind of gives you a little bit more space for the hips, makes it easier to balance. Reach the arms up overhead. Bend through both knees here as much as you'd like. And think about lengthening the tailbone down. Maybe a nice stretch in the front of the right hip flexor. Bend through the elbows, open the chest, and reach back up. Now, for the next part, we're going to be leaning back into that right foot. But to do that, we need a little bit of momentum because of how far apart our feet are. So we're in our high lunge, arms up overhead. We're going to send the arms behind us, lean forward into that left leg, and we're going to use the power of the left leg to propel us back and land on our right foot. So let me show you. Lean forward, press off. We're landed on our right foot, left knee in towards chest. At the back of the mat, facing forward. Hug that left knee in. Meet me here, wherever you came from. Let go of the left leg. Reach the arms out to the side. And just kink that left knee towards the left, right foot towards the right. Bend through the standing leg for dancing Shiva pose. From here we can play with our balance, moving the arms around, moving the leg around, changing our center of gravity. Just an extra little fun test. See how good your balance is. If you fall over, that's the point. Try to throw yourself off today. See how it feels to let yourself stumble and fall and just take that big leap. Wherever you are, just stop. Reach back to our dancing Shiva. Draw the left knee up towards center. Move it out towards the right, opening up the left hip, moving towards hovering tree. So I'm going to turn towards you. You can stay where you are, just to show you what hovering tree looks like if you've never come across it. So typical tree pose, our left foot is planted on the inside of our right thigh. But since we're hovering tree, the left leg is in the same position and just hovering off that left thigh. Maybe the toes touch, but that's about it. So we're not using that left thigh as leverage to keep our legs where they are. We're just using the muscles in that left leg to keep us in position. So knee into chest, move it out to the side. If you fall, it's all good. Reach the arms up, reach that left knee up, and then move it back towards center. So from hovering tree, back towards center, we're going to do our lean again. So kick forward with the left foot, lean back, and then lean forward, landing back in our high lunge. Taking some big leaps here. Reach the arms up overhead. From here, if you don't have your blanket set up in the middle of your mat, go ahead and do that. From our high lunge, we're just going to lower the right knee down, ending up in a low lunge. So lean forward into our lunge. Feel free to grab blocks here for under your hands. Anything you need to feel super stable here. You can also just reach the hands back and just sink forward into that hip. Then slowly send the hips back, straighten through the left leg. For half splits, left toe point up towards the ceiling. You can use blocks here again under your hands. Lengthen forward through the torso. And then fold over that left leg. using blocks or not. Draw that left hip back, right hip forward. Left toes point up towards the sky. Inhale, lift. Bend into the left knee. Back to our low lunge. Reach the arms back, maybe a slight back bend here. Just a little baby one. And then reach back for half splits. Just moving forward and back a few times. Inhale, low lunge, reach forward. Exhale, send it back. Low lunge to half splits. Inhale, reach forward, low lunge. And exhale, half splits. One more time, both ways. Inhale, forward, low lunge, get into it. Exhale, send it back. Half splits. Awesome. From here, back to our low lunge. Place the left hand on the inside of the left foot. Tuck the right toes. And just draw the shin forward so that you can sit your hips back on your heel. This is called primal squat. So I'll turn towards you so you can see me. So I'm up on my left foot and down on my right knee. Hands are on the inside of the left thigh. And my hips are sitting back on my right heel. Primal squat. So we just drew our shin forward. We're in a primal squat. We're gonna do some super arm strengthening stuff here. So if you wanna watch me the first time, reach the arms up. We're gonna slam our hands into the mat, lean forward and lift the right shin up off the mat. Lean back, lower down. Let's do that 3 times together. Reach up, don't be afraid to slam your hands down, slam them down, lift the shin, lower down, lift the arms. Slam the hands, lift the shin, lower down, lift the arms. One more time. Slam the hands, lift the shin, lower down, hands up. Great. Or I don't know what to call that. Primal squat slams. I don't know. But so this primal squat slam is how we're going to get into our next transition, which is slamming our hands down, lifting the shin, extend the right foot back, and lower the toes. So we end up in a lizard lunge. So let's try that together. If you want to just watch me, that's perfectly fine. Again, we'll be doing this a few times. So lift the hands up, slam them down, lift the shin, extend back, lower the toes. Now we are in a lizard lunge, left foot forward, hands on the inside of the left foot. From here, we're just going to lift the left foot up, extend it back, landing in a one-legged downward facing dog. From here, we're going to get intense, moving towards side plank. Now, a couple different options here. You can move towards just a regular side plank, so lowering the left foot down, right hand towards center, shifting onto the outside edge of the right foot, left arm lifts or stays down for support. What I'm going to cue here is a one-legged side plank. It's more accessible than you'd think. I've done this before in a few other classes. So, if you'd like to watch me the first time, we landed with our left leg lifted. Look at your hands. Draw the right hand closer to center. Bend through the right knee. Swivel on the toes to plant the entire sole of the right foot on the mat. Draw the left knee up towards the sky. Open the chest up towards the left. Maybe lift the right hand, or left hand, excuse me. This is our fancy side plank. It is super intense. It's a lot of pressure on the right hand. Takes a lot of core strength. But I encourage you to try it because we're taking big leaps today. And if you've never done it before, you fall out of it, just jump right back in. So let's do that together one more time. We ended with the left leg lifted. Look at the right hand. Draw it closer to center. Bend through the right knee. Pivot on the foot. Plant the entire sole of the right foot down. Draw the left knee up. Lift the left arm up. From here, lower the left toes behind you. Open the chest. Nice flip dog. Reach the left arm up and over. And then lower the left hand down. Lower the left foot down. Back to our downward facing dog. Whew! Time for a break. Lower down onto the knees. Continuing on with our flow. From our tabletop position that we just lowered to, lift up onto the fingertips. And we're going to use momentum again to pop up off the hands, landing on our shins like so. So to do that, bend through the elbows, look forward, up on our fingertips, and just boop, pop up. Standing on our shins, press the pelvis forward, draw the tailbone down. So from here, our arms are up. We're just moving into a tiny baby, what do you call this? Tiny baby back bend. So press the hips forward, open the arms, and just gaze up towards the ceiling and draw the chest up. Pretend like there's a string attached right to your chest, drawing you up towards the ceiling. Tiny baby back bend. And then fold forward with the torso, all the way down, forehead to mat, hands reaching back behind you. Beautiful. We're going to do another pop-up, just a little bit different. So, from our child's pose, lift the forehead, press the fingertips into the mat in front of you, lean forward enough so you can tuck the toes. So instead of popping up to our knees, we're going to pop up to a low yogi squat. So you can stay on fingertips. Hands are a little bit easier. So toes together, knees out wide, bend into the elbows, gaze forward, press into the hands and pop back, landing on your feet in this little yogi squat with knees out wide. Reach forward with the hands. From here, we're just going to extend through the legs, fold forward just for a moment. Reach the arms up with an inhale. Cross the right ankle behind the left and spin around to face the back of our mat. Now we're ready for the left side facing the back of the mat. Ooh, I love to change perspective. So it's always fun to just turn around and do the other side facing the back of the mat. It challenges you because maybe you can't see me in the same way that you saw me teaching the first side, but you're already familiar with the flow. We're just going to do it and I will talk you through it. We'll go slow once again. So in Tadasana, facing the back of the mat, reach the arms up overhead. Draw the left knee in towards the chest. Kick it forward, bend through the elbows, and lean back. Bend through the standing leg. Give yourself space to wobble a little bit. Leaning back. Draw your torso up, draw the knee up. Send the left foot behind you. Warrior 3 with a bent knee. Reach the arms back behind you. Press the hands together at heart center. Or place the hands on the shin for a little extra support. Super active in that left foot. Super, super active through the whole leg. Help yourself get balanced. Bend through the standing knee. And extend. Bend and extend. Challenge your balance. One more time. Bend, extend, reach back, lean back, landing on the left foot in a high lunge. Now, same as on the other side. If you land and you're like, ooh, this is super wobbly, I might fall over. Get out of it for a moment. Walk the feet farther apart. Walk them out onto train tracks. Give your hips some space. and you might feel a little more balanced. So right knee is forward. Reach the arms up overhead in our high lunge. We're up on the left toes. Bend through the elbows, open the chest, gaze up, and then reach the arms back up. Now, using momentum again, we're going to lean forward, maybe reach the arms back. Using the power of that right leg, we're going to push up, landing at the back of the mat on our left foot. So, reach back with the arms, lean forward, press the right foot into the mat, and shoot yourself back. Lift the right knee. Left leg is super strong. From here, dancing Shiva. So, kink that right knee over to the right, left toes to the left, arms out to the side, bend through the standing leg. Dancing Shiva. Beautiful. Take a moment to get some wiggles in. Throw yourself off balance. Swivel the arms around, swivel the leg around. If you fall, that's good. That's what we want. Throw yourself into something new. Let yourself stumble and fall. And we're going to be okay with it today. And stop wherever you are. Meet back in dancing Shiva. Draw the right knee up. And we're going to open the right hip out to the side for hovering tree. So, again, I'll turn towards you. You can stay where you are. Right knee out to the side. Right foot is hovering off the left thigh. So just using the muscles in the right leg to keep us up. Reach the left arm up and the right arm up. Right knee out to the side. Beautiful. So, from our hovering tree, move the right knee in towards center. We're going to do our lean again. So bend through the elbows, kick forward, lean back, and then lean forward. Landing in our high lunge once again. Right foot forward. Reach the arms up, and then lower the left shin down onto the mat for low lunge. Feel free to grab your blocks if that felt good on the other side. But we're just leaning forward into that low lunge. Deep hip stretch. Maybe reach the arms back, slight back bend. Inhale. On the exhale, send the hips back. Straighten through the right leg. Right toes point up. Lower the hands down to the mat or blocks. Lengthen the spine forward. And then bow over that right leg. Draw the right hip back, left hip forward. Getting a nice hamstring stretch. And then bend through the right knee. Lean forward again. Low lunge. And we'll just go back and forth a few times. Send it back, straighten the right leg. Half splits. Inhale, lean forward. Reach the arms back. Maybe a slight back bend. And then send the hips back. Half splits. 2 more times. Inhale, lean forward. Low lunge. Exhale, lean back. Half splits. 1 more time. Inhale, forward. Low lunge. Exhale, back. Half splits. Beautiful. Now we're going to our primal squat. So bend through the right knee. Plant the hands on the inside of the right thigh. And we're just going to draw the left shin in so that I can sit the hips back on the left ankle. Hands on the inside of the right leg. So right foot is planted and left shin is planted. Primal squat. Now we're going to do our little primal squat slams. I just think these are fun to kind of make a little bit of noise before we keep going. So inhale, arms up. Exhale, slam the hands down, lift the left shin, lower it down, lift the hands. A couple more times. Slam it down, lift the shin, lower it down, lift the arms. Slam the hands, lift the shin, lower it down, arms up. One more time. Slam down, lift, lower, arms up. Great. So now we're getting back to that transition from primal squat. We're going to slam it down, lift the left shin, shoot the left foot back, lower the toes, landing in lizard lunge. So feel free to just stop and watch if you're not really sure how this goes. Arms reach up, slam the hands down, lift the left shin, send the left foot back, lower the toes, landing in our lizard lunge. So from here, lift the right foot up and back. We're in our one-legged downward dog, ready for our fancy side plank. So again, option to lower the right foot down, just swivel onto the left side, maybe lift the right hand for a standard side plank. But we're gonna get fancy with it. So let's do it together if you're ready. Right foot lifted, look at the left hand, draw it towards center, bend through the left knee, swivel the foot, move it as much as you need to plant the sole of the foot down. Right knee up, maybe open up towards the right, lift the right hand. Whew, I had to lower it down a minute. Let's do that again. Make sure we have it in our heads. So, one-legged downward dog, right foot up, draw the left hand in, bend through the left knee, swivel, lower the sole of the foot down, right knee up, lift the right hand. From here, lower the right toes behind you, open up, nice side stretch, flip dog, and then back to downward dog, both feet down, standard downward dog, lower the shins down to tabletop, shins on the blanket, give you some extra cushion. Here's where we're gonna pop up to our shins. So untuck the toes, I feel like that helps me. Lifting up onto fingertips, bend through the elbows, lower down, using the power of the arms, pop up to our shins, press the pelvis forward, lengthen the tailbone down, arms out to the side, just doing our baby back bend. So look up towards the ceiling, press the pelvis forward, and like a string is pulling you from the center of your sternum, draw the chest up towards the sky. Tiny baby back bend. Fold forward, arms back, forehead to the mat, and bow. From here, lift the forehead, hands in front of you once again. This time we're popping up to a yogi squat. So lean forward, tuck the toes. Might help to keep the toes together, knees out wide. Gaze forward, we're gonna bend through the elbows, using the power of our arms to pop up onto our feet into a squat. Arms reach forward, straighten through the legs, lift the hips into a forward fold, standing at the front of our mat. Inhale, reach the arms up, left ankle behind right, spin around, and while you look at that, we're back in Tadasana, facing the front of our mat. We made it through the whole flow, so great job. I know there's a lot of components, a lot to work through. So we're gonna do it again. This time maybe not as many pendulations, not as much explanation, because even if it's a little confusing, you guys have got this. I'm still gonna talk you through it, so grab a glass of water, take a sip, readjust the clothing, whatever you need to do. Maybe shake it out a little bit, let go of what just happened our first round, because we're starting over with this new round, and we are ready to make it into a flow. Are you guys ready? I am ready. So let's do it. Just slightly faster this time, but I'll still talk you through it. Reach the arms up overhead. Draw the right knee in. Kick right foot forward. Lean back. Bend through the standing leg. Draw the right knee in. Kick it back. Bent knee, warrior three. Bend into that standing leg. Reach behind you with the hands. Straighten through the left leg. Lean back. Toes make contact. Reach the arms up for high lunge. Beautiful. Open up the arms. Gaze up. Reach up with the hands. Reach the hands behind you. Lean forward. Gain some momentum and press back. Standing on the right foot. Left knee into chest. Kink the left knee out. Left foot towards the right. Bend through the standing leg. We're in dancing Shiva. Lift the knee up. Open the left hip towards the left. Reach up, hovering tree. Left knee towards center. Kick it forward, reach back. Lean forward. Land back in high lunge. Reach the arms up. Lower the right knee down. Arms back, lean forward. Just once each way. Send the hips back, toes up. Half splits. Back into our low lunge. Hands on the inside of the left foot. Draw the shin forward. Now just one time into that transition to lizard lunge. So inhale, reach up. Slam the hands down. Lift the right shin. Shoot the foot back. Toes down. Lizard lunge. Send the left foot up and back. One-legged downward dog. Moving towards your version of side plank. Lower the foot, left knee up, left arm up. Balance. Lower the left toes behind you. Reach the left arm overhead, side stretch. Lower the left hand down, standard downward dog. Lower the knees, untuck the toes, up onto fingertips, pop up, open to baby back bend. Fold forward, reach the hands back. Lift the head, hands in front, tuck the toes, press up, yogi squat. Reach the arms forward. Straighten through the legs, fold forward. Sweep the hands up, right ankle behind left. Turn around, Tadasana, facing the back of the mat. Let's do it. Go through it on the other side. Left knee towards center, lean back, kick forward. Woo. Don't be afraid to lose balance. Lean back, knee in towards center. Send the left foot back behind you. Bent knee, warrior three. Straighten through the right leg. Lean back, high lunge. Right knee forward. Reach the arms up. Bend the elbows, open the chest. Inhale, reach up. Lean forward, arms back. Press into the right leg. Press back. Right knee lifted, landing on the left foot. Dancing Shiva. Right knee to the right, right toes to the left. Bend through the standing leg. Lift the knee up. Open the right hip. Hovering tree. Knee towards center. Kick forward. Lean back. Lean forward. Land back in high lunge. Arms up overhead. Lower the left knee down. Low lunge. Lean forward. Arms back, just one time. Send the hips back. Half splits. Bend back into the front knee. Hands on the inside of the right leg. Draw the left shin in. Primal squat. Let's do that weird transition. Lift the arms up. Slam them down. Lift the left shin. Shoot the foot back. Lower the toes. In our lizard lunge. Lift the right foot up and back. Moving towards your version of side plank. Open up. Right knee up. Lift the right hand. Lower the toes behind you. Open up. Flip dog. Side stretch. Lower the right hand down. Standard downward facing dog. Lower both shins, tabletop. Untuck the toes, fingertips, bend through the elbows, pop up, baby back bend. Fold forward, hands behind you, lower the forehead. Lift the head, hands in front, tuck the toes. Pressing up into our yogi squat, so use momentum to pop back onto the feet. Reach forward. Lift up into a standing forward fold. Sweep the arms up overhead. Left ankle behind right. Spin around. Landing in standard Tadasana. Woo! We made it through. You guys did a wonderful job. Whether you stumbled, whether you nailed it perfectly, all that matters is you gave yourself the opportunity to try something new. So, bravo to you. We're gonna start our cool down. Thank goodness, right? I'm covered in sweat. So widen out the feet out to the edges of your mat. Turn the toes out slightly. Bend through the knees and sit down into your yogi squat. Hands together at heart center. Lengthen through the spine. Maybe use the elbows to widen out the knees. If it feels good, you can sway side to side if your knees permit. Maybe close the eyes, just enjoy the hip stretch. Then place one hand behind you and just sit down on the mat. Maybe onto your blanket if you have it available. Stretch the legs out long in front of you, moving towards seated forward fold. We're just going to fold into the body, slow our breath, slow our heartbeat, and just take a moment to appreciate it all. So, always an option to grab a strap and place it on the balls of the feet. If you can't quite reach the feet, otherwise, reach the arms up, gather some length through the spine. Inhale. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Grab onto your strap, maybe the outsides of the feet. Bow the head, let the spine round. Just take a moment in your forward fold. Appreciate all the hard work your body has done for you today. And just take a moment to thank every muscle in your body for doing the work for you today. Because you deserve a little thanks. Inhale, lift up out of the pose. We're going to do a one-legged forward fold. So bend through the left knee. Sole the left foot on the inside of the right thigh. Turn the torso, face the right leg. Flex through the right foot. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward. Hands on the foot or the toes. Drawing the nose towards the knee. If you have belly or chest in the way, no worries. Just fold as far as feels good for your body today. Inhale, lift up out of the fold. Lift the left knee and plant the sole of the foot on the mat. Give yourself about 2 fist width lengths between the left foot and the right thigh. Place the hand behind you, and we're just going to scoot the right foot forward just a few inches. We're doing a twist towards the left leg. So scooting the right leg forward a little bit initiates the twist through the hips. Just makes it feel a little bit more nice. So left hand tented behind you. Right arm up overhead. Inhale. Exhale, wrap the right elbow around the left knee and twist towards the left. You can keep the neck neutral or gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, twist through the soft organs of the belly. Maybe turn your gaze over the right shoulder for the last few breaths. Give yourself a little different neck stretch here. Inhale, unwind towards center. Reset. And we're going to do that one-legged forward fold on the other side. So bend through the right knee. Sole the right foot towards the left inner thigh. Flex through the left foot. Turn the torso to face the left leg. Inhale, arms up overhead. And exhale, hinge at the hips and fold forward. Drawing nose towards knee. But again, not trying to force anything, just folding as far as feels good for your body. Everybody's different. We all have different anatomy. So let's accommodate for that. Do what feels good for you today. Slowly lift up out of the fold. Lift the right knee. Plant the sole of the right foot on the mat. Give yourself plenty of space between the right foot and the left thigh. Hands behind you and just scoot that left foot forward a few inches. Initiate the twist in the hips. Right hand behind you. Inhale, left arm up overhead. Gather some length. Exhale, wrap the left elbow around the right knee and twist towards the right. You can keep the neck neutral or gaze over that right shoulder. Inhale, lengthen through the spine, crown of the head towards the ceiling. And exhale, twist through the soft organs of the belly. Not forcing the twist to go deeper, just going as deep as your body naturally wants to go. Maybe turn your gaze towards the left shoulder if you want a different neck stretch for the last few breaths. And unwind from the twist. Stretch the legs out long. Maybe shake out through the knees. Cross the ankles, roll over, meeting in tabletop. We're going to lower down to our belly for this one. Lower down to the belly, moving towards Sphinx pose. So forearms on the mat. Draw the elbows in towards the side ribs. Maybe press the back of the skull back, gaze forward. Give your lower body a break here. I'm just feeling a nice, easy back bend. From here, we're going to take the right knee and draw it out to the side for half frog. So this may feel super intense of a stretch. It may feel like not much at all. It really depends on your hips and your anatomy. So don't be surprised. If it feels super intense, you can lessen by just drawing the knee down or drawing the ankle in towards the hips. If you want a little bit more, draw the knee up and kick the right foot out. So it all depends on what feels good. Find your position in half frog. Gaze forward. Press the back of the skull back. Press into the forearms. From here, lift the right forearm up just enough so you can thread the left arm underneath the right arm. Lower onto your right shoulder. And just open up the right arm out to the right, landing on our back. Let the knee draw in with you as you open up into your twist. Landing in a supine twist. Maybe your shoulders lifted and the knee is down on the mat. Maybe your shoulders down on the mat and your right knee is lifted. You can just choose either one of those options. If it feels uncomfortable to have part of your body hovering up off the mat, you can always grab a blanket or a block, place it under the knee, or just let it hover. And you can kind of teeter-totter back and forth between the knee touching the mat, the shoulder touching the mat. See what feels good. No wrong answers here. Just feels good to get a nice twist in after all that movement. Slowly lift the right arm up. Draw the right hand towards the left. Close the book. Moving back to Sphinx pose. Both legs extended. Reset. Just so we can do the other side. Better move my microphone out the way here. So, from our Sphinx pose, elbows in towards the body, forearms out in front. Press the back of the skull back. Slight gentle back bend here in our Sphinx pose. Draw the left knee out to the side for half frog. Again, you can intensify by drawing the left knee up farther, kick the foot out for a little bit more, or if it's too much, draw that ankle towards the hips, maybe lower the knee a little bit, totally up to you. Find a spot that feels like a good hip stretch for you. No wrong answers here. Lift the left forearm up, just enough so you can thread the right arm underneath the left, landing on the right shoulder. Open up the left arm towards the left. Left knee drags in with you, landing in a supine twist. On our backs, left knee in. Maybe your shoulder is lifted, lowering the left knee down to the mat, or your shoulder is down on the mat and your left knee is lifted. Unless you're super, super flexible in the spine, you're not going to get both down at the same time, and that's okay. Maybe play with teeter-tottering from the knee down to the shoulder down, or grab a block or a blanket, place it under the knee to help you feel more stable, or let it hover. Again, no wrong answers in this yoga class. We are experimenting and seeing what feels good today. Because the answer may change. What feels good yesterday might not feel so good today. Our bodies are in a constant state of change. That is for sure. Slowly lift the left arm up. Draw the left hand towards the right. Close the book. Moving back towards Sphinx pose. Forearms forward. From here, we're just going to press up to the knees. Sit back on our heels. Hero's pose. Hands on knees or thighs, sit up nice and tall. Close the eyes. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more time. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Lower the hands down, tabletop pose. Cross the ankles. Sit down behind the feet and just lower down onto your back. Move your blanket out of the way. All four limbs up to the sky, dead bug pose. Maybe circle through the wrists, circle through the ankles. Give your joints some love. One last pose before we settle into our final resting pose. Bend through the knees, draw them in towards the armpits, grab the outsides of the feet or behind the knees if that feels better for you. Happy baby pose. Feet up towards the sky, knees drawing down towards the armpits. Maybe rock side to side. Just opening up the hips a little bit more before we settle down. Happy baby is always just a lovely pose to end our practice with, in my opinion. Draw the knees in towards chest, hug them in, and then extend the legs out long. Reach the arms up overhead. Full body stretch from the fingertips all the way down to the toes. And let go of any muscular engagement. Arms out to the sides. Let the feet flop out to the sides any way that feels natural. Getting ready for our shavasana, final resting pose. So feel free to grab any props you might like. Maybe a pillow under the head. Can feel good to place a bolster behind the knees. Or if you're feeling a little cold in your yoga space, cover yourself with a blanket, whatever you need to feel comfortable. In our final meditation, we'll stay here in shavasana for just a few moments in quiet contemplation. Slowly start to deepen the breath back into the body. Coming back to the present, coming back to your body. Slowly start to wiggle through the fingers, wiggle through the toes. Moving slowly and mindfully through the arms and the legs. Taking your time, bend into both knees. Plant the feet on the mat. Maybe sway the knees side to side. Keeping the eyes closed. Taking your time, roll over onto your side, whichever side feels natural. Landing in fetal pose, the pose of rebirth. Every ending is always a chance for a new beginning. Keeping the eyes closed, slowly use the hands to press up to a gentle seat. Legs crossed, hands on knees or thighs. Sit up nice and tall. We'll end our class, as always, with one big communal breath together. So when you're ready, exhale the air out of the system. Take a deep inhale all the way to the top. Sip in as much air as you can get. And exhale, sigh it out. Press the hands together at heart center. And bow forward to seal your practice together in community. Slowly lift the head and blink open the eyes. Thank you so much for joining me for another tarot-inspired yoga class. We'll be back again tomorrow with another one. But until then, remember, take those big leaps. All right, have a great day, yogis. See you next time.